Hello, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about StartFlow. My name is Olex, and let's get started. One interesting sentence I've heard. I'm not sure by who it is, but it goes: "Wealth doesn't come by chance; it comes by choice and knowledge. Understand the principles of investing, and you'll never chase money again." And that is what StartFlow is about. So, if you guys, I started listening to this quote, and now because of that, I understand what StartFlow is about. So, guys, today I am going to be talking about this wonderful flow called StartFlow, where people need to learn how to invest and the rules of investing, because only then can you live in a constant flow of money using start flow. So I have so I have visited many countries before, right? And everyone that I have met have said before, well, not everyone, but of course, a lot of people try to, make their ends meet. Some people don't get paid as much as others, so they have to find a way to invest, to make money, right? Maybe they have a son and he wants a brand new toy or something like that, or maybe they just want to live better, so they have tried stuff like, obviously, I know you guys have heard of before, stuff like investing into stocks, cryptocurrency. I've even had my two brothers, they will also have done that before. One of my brothers has been investing into stock before, and one of my brothers has been investing into cryptocurrency. Sometimes people even do things like investing into big companies. Sometimes people will get a call, and some person starts speaking to them about this one new amazing thing that actually I've had this one experience before. We were, it was me and my family, and we were in Belarus, and there was this one man that found us, and there was this one nice place. I forgot what the name of it was, but basically some I don't know, like Ukrainian guy or something like that decided to make this new like place in the forest. It does look quite amazing, but I've heard that a lot of people have lost money on it, and it's not making anyone money. So they made this place, and it's just sitting there. Half of it was closed down. You know, we were walking around. It's a big area. We were walking around for about 2 hours, I believe, and you could see all these houses, but there's one problem that I found in every single one of these houses, and I'm guessing, yeah, you already know what it is. They're all they're all empty. We literally, I think I saw about one to three families walking around, and then I was looking into windows and stuff like that. I didn't see anyone. So they've invested millions. They've got thousands of people to invest into this company. That even the person himself tried to make get us to invest into that company, which we didn't, and because of that, we haven't lost our money. But there's definitely a lot of people who have. So obviously, as you can tell, investing can definitely make you lose money, but I will teach you a way how to make money and have a guarantee to make it, unlike these other investing brands and stocks and cryptocurrency that you know. So, we using our community and the project Cashflow, you can receive money with a guarantee. I have been in it for 3 years, I believe. My mom, my dad, and we all are living only off of cash flow. And number one reason is obviously Starflow, because that is the big, I guess you could call it the big boy is the money machine here. So as long as you listen to me and you listen to the right people, you can find the correct strategy to make money here. So cash flow is an amazing thing, and now I will show you the strategy made by the amazing scientists. So I have here, I have um, an example. I will show you in a second. Please give me a second. So, I believe I will also be having some person. Yeah, you have maybe heard of before. Slaughter may be joining me sometime soon. Okay, I believe, yeah, I'm showing my screen now. So I will now show you this example. 1 second. There we go. So as you see here, this is a premium start flow for £100, and I will now show you how to make money and how to calculate how much you can make of each start flow. Right. This is the only scheme. This is the only way to calculate it, and it's not 100%. It's about I don't know, like 70, 80. So what happens? What do we have to do now? First of all, you see, we have to check how much we are making this start flow for. As you can see, today we're looking at right now we're looking at this example of £100. It's a premium start flow. If you don't know what premium start flow is is the exact same. It works the exact same like the normal start flow, but the only difference is that you put more currency in, and obviously because you're putting in that more currency, you're also getting more money. So what the first step to calculate is to get the amount that you're making the start flow for, which is 100 right now. The example is for 100, and then we're timesing it by 20. Why are we timesing it by 20? Because the start flow works for 20 periods, right? That is, one period is 2 weeks. So this whole start flow works for 10 months. So what you do is you get the 100 and then you times it by 20, which makes £2,000, right? And then if you look down onto the second paragraph, it says when pulling 0.81 a currency, which corresponds to £200 at the rate of one currency, which is this. Now, some people think, how are you making the money? And this is the reason why, because no other flow receives a currency for this a high amount of money. So you see, one ECR is £248, but if you look at the other flows, I'm sure that you will not find anywhere near as much as it takes right now. So what do we do now? Second step, we take the 0.81 currency and we also times it by 20, because every single time, every single period, you have to put the money back in, and you also have to put the currency back in, right? So we get the 0.81 currency times it by 20, which is 16.2. What do we do with that 16.2? We get it and we times it by 40, which makes 648. Why do we times it by 40? And I'll tell you why. Because there's this one amazing thing called what? A currency. It is our own cryptocurrency, right? You can buy it in money storage. And when I first joined, which is an interesting story, when I first joined, I remember for the first time when my mom showed me what Starflow was. She basically told me, here's this website. This is this brand new website I found very interesting. It is £30, and I think it was about like 100 currency or something like that. We back then, one currency used to cost pennies. It was like pennies or something like that. And obviously, she used to give me like thousands of them, and now one currency is 40 pounds. So as you can see, there is many ways to make money here. I have met a lot of people that joined Cashflow at the beginning, and they left it for some reason. I don't know, maybe they didn't understand it or something. And because of the fact that they forgot about it, and they had thousands of them, maybe even more, because of the fact that they bought it and they didn't, they left it there. They come back to it. They found out that it works completely fine. Everyone is liking it, loving it, and they come back to it for a second try, and they find out they are millionaires because they have so many currency that they bought for crazy cheap, and now each one costs 40 pounds, and it's rising every year. Every year it's rising. So now that I've took a step away from what I was explaining, now we'll take a step back in. So after for those who forgot, we were doing 16.3 currency times by 40, 40 because 40 one currency costs 40 pounds, which makes 648 pounds. So what do we will look at now? This is the final step. This is the second final step. We look at how much we get for pulling that currency. And as you see on the second paragraph, it says when you pull the 0.81 currency, you get the system gives you 200 pounds, and that's how you make the money. That's not the number one way that you make the money here. So what do we do with that 200 pounds that we got from the system? We also times it by 20, and that makes 4,000 pounds. So now that we've calculated every single thing that we have done, what do we do now? We take the 4,000 that I just said, then we take 2,000 because of the 100 start flow times by 20 periods, which makes 2,000, and then the 648 for the currency makes 1,352, right? And because I said that it works for 20 periods, which is 10 months, we can also find a way how much money we make in a month. So we get the 1,352, and then we divide it by 10, and that makes us 135 pounds and 20 pence every single month, right? Of course, that's not really much, but you gotta think about it. You're just waiting. On the first 5 periods, you're not getting as any. You're just I say just making the start flow go up, and then on the sixth period you get the same amount, and then already, or sometimes only five, but then you start earning money. So you literally, like right now, I'm just every single 2 weeks I just go in my cabinet and then I look. Oh well, there you go. I have made more money. So that means after 10 months using the premium start flow of 100 pounds, you make in total 1,352 pounds. Like right now, I've been thinking about buying this one new monitor for 900 pounds. There you go. All I have to do is make a start flow for 100 pounds, and then I wait about, well, because it's way more with the price, I wait about what, 8 months, and then I got it. So there is what I suggest, right, is what a lot of people do, and it's a very nice strategy, right? Is for you to put you get the 100 pound start flow, and then you make it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay, if you have the money for it, and you're not going to be like taking it out as credit or like loaning it out. If you just literally have the money for it, you make the 100 start flow 3 times, and that means that we take that 135 and then we times it by 3, which means we make 405 pounds already per month. But then after you finished with the start flows, with the 100 ones, what you do is you then double it, make 200, 200, 200, and then after that, after you finish that, you make 400, 400, 400, and then you make 800, 800, 800. But then this time you don't double it. You make 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and I will show you in a second how much does 1,000 start flow make. And then a lot of people have told me that if you wanna if you are smart and you have the money for it, and you wanna be a professional investor, you wanna be a big boy, I guess you could say, you start with £1,000, and then I'll show you how much £1,000 one will make you. So, what do we do again? So, also, there's one thing that I nearly forgot about to say. If we look at back at the second paragraph again, is you see, if I don't know if you have realized, but if you look at the rate that the one currency is accepted for, it is now 280. And I don't know if you remember, but if you look back, it will tell you that one currency for £100 start flow, you get it for 200. You receive 248 for one currency. But if we go back and we look at the 1,000 one, we see that we are getting one for one currency £280. So not only are we also getting more money because of the fact that we're putting in more money, we are also we're getting more money because of the fact that we are receiving more money for the amount of currency we have because we're putting out more money. So if you remember, first step now that we do now is we take the 1,000 and we times it by 20 for the 20 periods. We get 20,000. What do we do next? We get the 7 currency. I will not do the 7.13 because it's just it's and there is no need to be that correct. If you want to calculate it, please go ahead and do it. But I will be just doing 7. Okay, we get the 7, and we times it by 20, which is 140. Again, what do we do with our 140 currency that we found out that we have to pay for? We times it by 40 because obviously one currency is £40 right now. So that makes £5,600. And then, as you see here, because we're pulling in that 7.13 currency, the system is now giving us not 200, but £2,000, which makes so then we get the 2,000 that we're getting from the system, and then we times it by 20, which makes 40,000. Now, for the final step, we find out how much we make per month. So we get the 40,000. Take away the 20,000 for the how much we have to put in back every single time, and then we also take away the money that we have to pay for the currency, which makes us get £14,400 in total after those 10 months, right? That is £1,440 a month, right? So you're making around about how much a person gets on a minimum wage a year, or obviously also a month, right? If you calculate how much you're getting a month. So, guys, if you have been listening to me and you understand what I've been talking about, then you can see that Startflow is definitely the moneymaker. Because if you were here on the last week, me and Zata were talking about Fastflow, and obviously, as you saw, um, you were making if you put like £300, you're making about £70. In here, you put in the £100 and you're getting 135 per month. So, as you can tell, yeah, this is it. This is how you make the money here. Obviously, there's more than one way to make money. You also have the growing flow, which we are going to be talking about next week. So, guys, if you have any questions, please do go ahead and comment them right now. As I understand, I don't know if Zlata is here. She can join if she wants to. She is here, but she's not speaking. Okay, so it seems like we don't have any comments. No one is trying to speak to me. So, guys, if you have understood what I've been saying, like I said just now, please, this live stream is also probably going to be added to the YouTube channel. So, guys, if you wanna find out any more about all these flows, please, if you want to find out more about Gravenflow, I will be talking about it next week, most likely with Zlata, because I believe Zlata is also, I think she's busy with something. I'm not sure with what. So yeah, next week, Gravenflow, next Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. So guys, I wish for you to be there in the next stream. I hope that some of you guys will get the courage to watch and comment. Guys, I wish you to have a good day. I wish that you guys were listening and you understood what I said. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Goodbye.